Welcome to demo number 1. In this demo, we're going to manually launch an EC2 instance and then clone an Express app that serves up a Hello World page. As you can see inside my repo, this is the repo that I've prepared, and the Hello World app is in here. You can look through it. It's just a simple HTML page and a server.js, which represents the Express server running on port 80. Okay, cool. So let's launch the EC2 instance. I'm here in the AWS console. I'm going to hit Launch Instances. I'm going to use Ubuntu 18. There's a ton of other, machine images that you can use, or we call them AMIs. I'm using Ubuntu 18 because it's still one of the more common AMIs that's used out there. It's just got a ton of support. There are other AMIs out there, obviously. I won't go into it. Okay, so in step 2, we've got to select the instance size. I'm going to go for T2 micro since our computational requirements are pretty low, and so we shouldn't exceed that. So in here, configuring the instance details. Now, by default, you do have to select a VPC, or a virtual private cloud, and you'll also have to select a subnet. That'll require hitting create new VPC and create new subnet. I won't go into that. I've already created one and I'm going to use that. But it can take quite a bit of time if you're setting this up for the first time and you have to create a VPC and a subnet. Yeah, it's a ton of stuff. And we'll go into why. This is a good reason why automated deployments are a necessity. We'll just breeze through this. I'm going to add a quick name tag so we can identify the instance. I'm going to choose an existing security group that I've already created, and I'll explain why. Launch Wizard number 60. I've already created this. I need port 22. So I need to allow port 22 from all IPs. That's for SSH access. And then I need port 80, which is the HTTP protocol. And I need to allow that from all sources. Okay, so I'm going to launch this. You need to have an existing SSH key pair before you do this. I've already created one, so I'm just going to go use that one. And you can create a new SSH key pair from that window if you'd like. Okay, so this is my instance. It's my T2 micro instance. It's now spinning up. I'm going to use the public IPv4. The private one requires you to have networking into your VPC, and that's a little bit too complicated for this demo, so we won't worry about that. Okay, so I'm just going to get the SSH ready, sh-i, going to navigate to the path of my private key, and then Ubuntu. So Ubuntu is the user, it's the default user for all Ubuntu 18.04 machines. So that's kind of like the root user, it's a super user. Just paste my public IP in there. All right, let's see. Perfect, so now I'm SSH into my machine. Who am I? Host name. Okay, so that's the name of the machine. All right, so I want to launch a web server running this Hello World React app. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and go git clone. All right, perfect. Now I'm going to cd into it. And then I'm going to cd into Hello World app. Okay, great. So pretty much I can just go npm start, right? Simple enough. Oh, wait. Okay, so I haven't installed npm. So I guess I have to do that. Before you can do that, you have to go sudo apt update. That just refreshes the list of packages available. You've got to do this every time just to search for any updates from the Ubuntu update server. And then I can do sudo apt install npm. Yes to continue. So as you can see, this takes a bit of time. It's pretty annoying to have to do this every time, and that's part of the purpose of this demo, is to show you how annoying it can be to do all these manual steps each time you want to deploy. Is it done yet? No. Okay, well, while we're waiting, I'll show you the server. The server is just a simple Express app listening on port 80, and it's going to serve up index.html. And so here's index.html. It just says, it prints hello world, and then it also has this bit of JavaScript that makes a fetch call to a dog API, so you get a fun little dog image. Yay. Great, okay, so it's done now. So now I have to do npm install. That goes into package.json and installs all the required dependencies. Now I can do npm start, right? Oh no, okay, so that did not work. Who knows? So what could have happened? Well, fortunately I know the answer. You need to do sudo node server.js. This is just a restriction because you're not allowed to, like port 80 is a special port, and so you need to use sudo in order to get access to it. Okay, so server is running on port 80. I go into this instance, copy the instance. If I paste it here, and there it is. So now my web server is running. Now, that was quite annoying. I had to do a lot of different steps just to get this server up and running. So the next step demo, we're going to talk about using infrastructure and code to automate this and how it's so much easier with automation.